You don't need to go and buy a very expensive grain elevator if you want one for your layout. You can make one with this, this, and this, and I'll be showing you how. First, we design it. Grain silos are very simple structures. Effectively, it's a tower, the grain silos themselves, and a loading area. As you can see from this diagram, the grain elevator is made up of 4 pieces, one of the biggest piece being the tower piece. You can see here I've done a slightly narrower top, but you don't have to do this. Windows down the side, you can either do a pattern or randomly. I've added a door space here which should fit this spare door that I have here. So 8¼ inches height, 2 inches across, and that is 3 inches across. Very simple shapes to cut out from the styrene. The other parts are equally as simple. The head house is a couple of long strips that go along the length of the top of your silos, minus 1 inch at the top, 1 inch high at the length of the silos. The train shed, again, it's very simple, just has to fit your train. A slope top, 2¼ inches high. For the opening I did 2 inches and 1 inch across, although if it's too tight you can make that a little bit bigger, it doesn't really matter, and then just reverse it for the other side. The top, as mentioned, will be created by using this corrugated styrene. This stuff is actually slightly better. This is the evergreen stuff. It's a much smaller corrugation, so if I do that, you should just about be able to see the corrugations on it. And the silos themselves, I did 6¼ inches high, but I have seen in terms of models much higher than that. These can be very easily designed from sheet plastic, which can then be cut to size. Windows can be cut by drawing your lines down and simply chopping them at regular intervals to become windows. There, and then just cut out with a knife. The next part of the structure, after the tower, is the loading area. The loading area is very simple. It's effectively a train shed. It should be wide enough and tall enough for all your trains. To keep it simple, you can make a straight cut across, or if you feel adventurous, you can make an arch. The roof of the train shed is very simple. Use the corrugated metal sidings to make the roof part, and it effectively just slides down like that. So something like this. just take this, reverse it, and you get the other side. That's then just stuck to the front of the tower or the silos. Very simple. The silos themselves are constructed with pipe. This is ABS pipe, which means it cannot be glued with polystyrene cement. It has to be super glued, so be very careful with this. You can have as many of these as you want, just make sure they're the same height. You can also use polypropylene pipe. Again, you will have to super glue it or gorilla glue it because polystyrene cement won't work with it, but it's a lot cheaper. This stuff is more rigid. I mean, this is effectively the same stuff that Lego is made out of, so it's very hard stuff. A little bit heavy, but it's not too bad. This, I think, looks like 34 mil or 1 1/4 inches. Finally, you're going to make the head house that goes across the top of the grain silos. This is effectively a very simple rectangle. And can have a flat, but usually it's a sloped roof. Again, use the corrugated sidings to make the roof. Very, very simple. You can try and cut windows into this. I tried it, they didn't look very good, so effectively you could possibly leave them out. Here is some slightly better corrugated sheet styrene I used for the roof part. And the finished result. After decorating, putting a poster board on it with a sticker. This is a Blair line product, by the way. You can see it's done.